Labor Day marks the official end of summer. Warm days and cool nights mark the beginning of the shoulder season on the Cape. Here in Chatham, the crowds of summer have departed, and downtown is a bit more manageable. You can now make a left turn on Route 28 without waiting forever. I'm Huntley Harrison with Richard Garvin to bring you the September installment of Chatham Today, the show that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the town of Chatham. The actual numbers aren't in yet, but from my vantage point, I would say the summer was quite successful for the merchants and the restaurants. Downtown always seemed busy with lots of walkers and the usual traffic. As for our biggest attraction, the Sharks provided quite a bit of excitement, and the new break in South Beach became a new challenge for local boaters. This show marks the start of our 5th year. This is show number 61. There are very few towns that produce a show that highlights their events and activities in a video format. We are extremely fortunate to have the support of the Board of Selectmen, the Chatham Chamber of Commerce, and of course, that of you, our viewers. We hope it has been both interesting and informative these past 4 years, and we look forward to many more as we bring you shows that chronicle life in this special town. Thank you for your continued support. We will start off with the events and activities at the Council on Aging. Rich, tell us what's going on at the COA this month.
Well, I sure will. And what amazes me is that, this is our 5th season. Talk about aging. I tell you what, that time really flew by.
I remember the first time we did it, we were standing with papers in hand.
In the park.
By the windmill. And there was a dog running around our feet.
Yes.
And the wind was blowing the papers everywhere.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, we started primitive, and now we're sophisticated.
Well, I don't know about that.
First off, a reminder, the Council on Aging will be closed on Labor Day. However, the next week is very busy. On Monday the 11th at noon, come for lunch and a show featuring Harry French. You will be treated to a show after lunch with the wonderful sounds of vocalist and musician Harry French, who is a popular entertainer from our area. Tickets are $9 and space is limited. Reservations are required. Transportation will be available. Call the COA to reserve your spot.
And starting on Tuesday, September 12th, and running through October 17th on successive Tuesdays, there will be a 6-meeting class on navigating through grief, a support group for the loss of a loved one. The meetings will run from 1:30 to 3 p.m. You are not alone in your grief. Come for support, empathy, and understanding. When a life ends, those living are left to grieve their loss. Your grief is as individual as your life, yet evidence shows participating in a group can facilitate the process of healing and help one move forward. The group will meet at the Chatham COA and will be led by Judy Hunter, bereavement coordinator of Beacon Hospice. Drop-ins will be accepted. Drop-ins will be accepted for the first 2 meetings only. Space is limited and reservations will be required. Call the COA to make your reservation. As usual, transportation is available.
The Chatham COA invites you to help them celebrate National Senior Center Month. Please join them for their open house on Wednesday, September 13th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., where staff and volunteer board members will be on hand to give tours and answer your questions. Refreshments will be served and transportation will be available. Please call the COA for more information.
Also, on Wednesday the 13th, the monthly trip to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's will take place. Remember, the COA provides transportation. Leaving the COA at 9 a.m., You can visit the Whole Foods store for a variety of different events, samplings, and educational classes. The van makes a second stop at Trader Joe's. Reservations are required and space is limited. Call the COA for information and registration. They'll also be able to take advantage of the new discounts that
That's
Amazon
right.
is,
That's right. I was just
is
thinking
offering.
about that.
Yeah, so this could be a great trip. And the monthly birthday celebration also takes place on Wednesday, the 13th at 2 p.m. If you are born in the month of September and reside in Chatham, please join them at the COA for their monthly birthday celebration. Guests are encouraged and transportation is available. Call to let them know you are coming. Also, don't forget to check your driver's license and make sure it's not expiring.
Here's an important event on Monday, September 18th at 1 p.m., Identity Theft and Fraud Prevention. This free presentation will be presented by Robin Putnam, Research and Special Projects Manager from the Office of Consumer Affairs and Business Regulation for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The presentation will include information about their office and what they do. It will also cover how to spot and avoid scams, how to prevent identity theft, as well as other resources to help consumers. Please consider coming for a gourmet lunch in the COA Cafe at 12 p.m. before the presentation. Tickets for lunch are $7, space is limited, and reservations are required for both the presentation and lunch. Call the COA to reserve your place. Transportation will be available.
The free TED Talks are back by popular demand. On Thursdays, starting on September 21st from 1 to 2:30 p.m., the Chatham COA is again offering a series of 6 sessions in which short, powerful, entertaining, and fascinating videos called TED Talks will be presented. These talks are by some of the world's most knowledgeable and inspired thinkers and cover a wide range of topics that are of interest to the information-seeking and just plain old curious souls. Each short video will be followed by a group discussion facilitated by Elsa Bastone, PhD, on the subject and ideas presented. Some of their past presentations have covered topics including creativity, happiness, responsibility, and other subjects concerning human nature. They are well presented, informative, and entertaining. The series will be held at the COA on Thursdays starting on September 21st and continuing on the 28th, October 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Space is limited and reservations are required. Call to make your reservation now.
On Monday, September 25th at 10:30 a.m., there will be a free presentation on health care plan options for people with Medicare. If you already are enrolled in Medicare, you may be wondering if you chose the right options. The folks at the COA understand that Medicare can be confusing. This seminar explains your health insurance options, including the rules for Medicare, so you can be confident you've made the right choices. This seminar is a presentation and discussion led by a Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Massachusetts representative. It typically includes explanation of Medicare Parts A, B, and C, Medicare enrollment timeline, Medigap plans that help supplement Medicare coverage, Medicare Advantage plans such as HMOs and PPOs, and Medicare Part D prescription drug plans. Consider joining them for a gourmet lunch in the COA Cafe afterwards. Tickets for lunch are $7. Again, you must call for a reservation for the program and lunch.
If technology is your thing, the Colin Campbell Computer School will present 2 classes on the Apple iPad. The first class will be on Thursday, the 14th, from 9 a.m. to noon, and the second class will be on the 21st at the same time. You will start with very basic functions and move to the use of email, FaceTime, the Safari browser, taking photos, printing, and student-requested topics. Each student will be given a booklet regarding the topics covered, and will also be provided with information on a free online learning site to work with at home. Cost is $30. Reservations are required. Call now.
And finally, September 25th is Movie Monday at 1 p.m. The COA will present The Meddler. With a new iPhone, an apartment near the Grove, and a comfortable bank account left to her by her beloved late husband, Marnie Minavrini has happily relocated from New Jersey to Los Angeles to be near her daughter, Lori, a successful but still single screenwriter, and smother her with motherly love. But when the dozens of texts, unexpected visits, and conversations dominated by unsolicited advice force Lori to draw strict personal boundaries, Marnie finds ways to channel her eternal optimism and forceful generosity to change the lives of others as well as her own and find a new purpose in life. Starring Susan Sarandon, Rose Byrne, J.K. Simmons, and Jared Carmichael. Call the COA for reservations.
The Eldridge Public Library has a very interesting fall lineup. We begin with the events in September. On Tuesday, the 5th, at 6:30 p.m., Reading in the Kitchen cookbook group starts off with New England Open House Cookbook by Sarah Lee Chase. Copies of the cookbook are available at the library. Registration is required each month. Please contact Lorna Zialo at 508-945-5170 or ldzialo@clamsnet.org.
On Thursday, the 7th at 4 p.m., there will be an author event with Anne LeClaire. Join this best-selling author as she shares her newly published book, The Halo Effect. In this tour de force, a father, shaken by tragedy, tries to avenge his daughter's murder and restore his family's shattered life.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Tuesday, September 12th, brings you Hidden Gems of New England with Allison O'Leary at 7 p.m. Based on the book Inns and Adventures by Allison O'Leary and Michael J. Tugias, Hidden Gems of New England takes audiences on virtual trips over mountains and through back roads of Vermont, New Hampshire, and western Massachusetts. It's a great inspiration for trip planning.
Indeed. Seems like there are a lot of back roads in those areas.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But it's pretty.
It is.
And on Saturday, September 30th at 2 p.m., Return to Vietnam, a POW MIA recovery mission. Michael Cunningham, Vietnam veteran, retired U.S. Customs official, and author, will talk about his recent mission to Vietnam with the POW MIA team to recover the remains of a fallen soldier lost in battle on July 29, 1968.
That'd be something
Yeah.
to find him.
Yeah.
Okay, beside the special programs like those just mentioned that are offered by the library, there are also ongoing educational programs. And here they are. Thursdays at 5 p.m., English language and conversation class. This is an opportunity for people to practice and improve their English. The ESL conversation class is free and open to the public. Please contact Amy Andreessen at 945-5170 to register for the class or if you have any questions. Thursdays at 6:30 p.m., the Fiction Writers Group. The purpose of this group is to help writers improve their fiction writing through respectful and unconstrained critiques from fellow writers. The group is limited to 8 members. Please contact Joe DeRosa at 945-9107 for more information or to sign up for the group. Fridays at 10:30 a.m. to noon, Chatham Memoirs Group. Everyone can write about their own experiences, but do you need tips to make them interesting reading? If you want to join this group, call Mal Ward at 508-945-4284.
The Book to Film group will meet on Saturday the 2nd at 2 p.m. This month's selection is True Grit by Charles Portis. Wednesday the 6th, there will be 2 sessions on library ebooks. At 10:15, the Kindle Reader, and at 11:15, the iPad. Registration is required. Register online or call the library, 508-945-5170. And finally, the Classic and Foreign Film Group will meet on Saturday, the 16th at 2 p.m. This month's selection is the 1935 film Ruggles of Red Gap, directed by Leo McCarey.
We now have some items of general interest. Here's something we haven't announced before. Chatham Lighthouse Beach Yoga through September 10th at 7:30 a.m. This is extremely popular. Many of you know about it.
2 exhibits at the Atwood House Museum that are worth attending. Chatham in the Military and Windows into Time, Clothing and Artifacts. These exhibits run through October 26th. Call the Atwood House for more information.
And on September 7th, the Chatham Marconi Maritime Center presents Jackie Cochran, co-founder of the WASP, the Women's Air Force Service Pilots. Because of its popularity, the talk is presented at 5 p.m. and again at 7. It is recommended that you make a reservation by emailing reservations@chathammarconi.org with your program, date, time, and the number in your party. You will receive a confirmation by return email. There is a fee for this series.
That ought to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the women's service organizations, connected with the Army, the Navy, whatever, they're really being explained to people now.
Yeah.
Before it was like they were there, but
Yep.
nobody really
Yep.
got in depth
Yeah,
on it.
because we have the WASP group, we have the Waves.
The Waves, right.
And I think there might have been a couple of
The
others.
WACs.
The WACs?
Yeah.
Women's Army Corps?
Yeah, and there's something for the Marines too, but I can't
I
remember.
can't either, yeah.
I'm sure a Marine will call us and remind us.
Yeah, but they played a big role.
Oh, they sure did.
Really,
They sure
way
did.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But they did a wonderful
I know
job.
many of them were test pilots.
Yeah,
they
I
took
bet.
they took these things up, and test pilot. Well, it's going to work or it's not. Well, anyway, here's a preview of something special happening in October that concerns your health. The Chatham Health and Swim Club brings back nurse practitioner Carol Penfield for a Lunch and Learn series, taking charge of your health. It will meet for 6 Tuesdays beginning on October 10th and going through November 14th. Topics will include healthy guts, strong bones and backs, managing stress and sleep, tackling inflammation and arthritis, hearty hearts and circulation, and mastering your mind and memory. There will be a small cost for the series. Contact the club for more information. 508-945-3555.
Yeah, Carol doesn't own the club anymore, but
she used to be?
She's very good.
Yeah.
She's very good.
I've heard you speak of her before.
Yeah. We've done some things before for the
Yeah.
health club, and I think having her come back, I think it'll be a good program.
I bet you will.
Hopefully people will sign up. That wraps it up for this time. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Chatham Today. Remember, the show runs on Public Access, Channel 99, on Mondays at 9 a.m., and several other times during the week. If you missed the cable cast or want to see it again, you can find us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website. Just do a Google search for site/Chatham Today. It should be the first entry you see. The web address is on the screen now. Chatham Today is a video chronicle of the events and activities in the town of Chatham. If you would like to have what's happening in your organization announced on the air, please email us. We look forward to hearing from you. You can also like us on Facebook at Chatham Today, and we certainly hope you do. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you down the road.